She says that's life. She says that's life.
So I just made a music video for Frankie Statham's debut single, That's Life. It has loads of cool and crazy visual effects in it, and we'd really appreciate if you give it a watch. This was a really short turnaround, but it was something that I could be really creative with, just have a lot of fun and throw myself all in, and I found that a really liberating experience. First we photoscanned Frankie using Polycam. I knew that I'd be doing a lot of the shots on the moon in full CG, so I needed just a basic scan that I could get away with for the wide shots. After a few less than perfect attempts and a lot of cleanup work in Blender, I finally got a model that was surprisingly forgiving. I then rigged it using Mixamo and started playing around with a lot of the animations on there, starting with, of course, the moonwalk, because you would. I roughed out some of the full CG shots with a 200 meter square plane with some displacement applied for the craters, and then just one big sun lamp, and the earth textures are from NASA. The table and the lamp were repurposed from the CG opening shot of my previous short film, and I modelled Frankie's rocking chair and his guitar from reference photos he sent over. So for anything closer than a full shot where the photoscan model wouldn't have held up, we shot on a green screen. Now this was a really DIY setup, just here in my living room with my pop-up green screen, but it didn't really need to be much more than that. We had one key light to act as the sun, thanks to Rob for letting me borrow his Aperture 300X for that. That was incredible. And so that's really all we needed because it is quite a simple lighting setup for this. So then we filmed the performance sections from a few different angles, and then just a lot of other shots of things that he could be doing on the moon. Most of which didn't really end up in the video, but we had fun doing them, and it's always great to get a lot of options. We had a few key moments that we did, but for the most part, it was really fun to just be able to play around and come up with stuff on the spot. It was really fun. And then for the first verse, the final bit of filming was out in the centre of Leeds. Again, we had a few key ideas, but for the most part we were just running with it and seeing what we came up with. Just some good, simple run and gun filmmaking. It was really good. It's something that I don't really find myself doing as much as I'd like. Sometimes it can be really liberating to not have all the storyboards and all of the shot lists and everything planned out to a T. It's quite nice to just go out and let it come to you in the moment and see what happens. So then I had an assembled edit and there was just lots of effects to do. There were 66 shots in the whole video, 13 of which are full CG and 29 of them are green screen. So that's 42 effect shots for one guy in 2 weeks. But I really got into a rhythm with these shots and started to work through them at a really solid pace. You know, I'd track them, cut them out, chroma key them, put the backdrop in, colour correction, bloom, flares, lens dirt, and motion blur onto the next shot. It was quite satisfying to do because of the lighting setup that was, again, quite simple. It made the green screening work very well without much finessing. Because half of his body falls away into darkness anyway, it's quite forgiving with what you can do. Other effect shots apart from them, this moon is added in. This shot is fully CG, using the clouds from this fully CG shot, which are made using noise textures plugged into volumetric density, and then using the Nishita sky texture in Blender. And then these shots were some of the hardest to do actually. Trying to make the CG Frankie match the real footage, that was quite a challenge, compared to this shot, which was then one of the easiest. And then just a simple grade, a little bit of a softening bloom over everything, and then a bit of film grain, and we're done. I'm really happy with the final video, and personally quite proud of how quickly I made it. The deadlines are very useful to help you realise what really matters the most to the big picture. Whereas on my own short films, I've regularly pushed deadlines further and further back, which is something that I need to work at, and this music video has been a great refresher for that mentality. So I hope that this was informative and interesting for some of you. Go check out the music video itself, the link is up there. His EP, Ride On, is out now on all major streaming platforms, so go save it and give him some love, help him out. And you can also check out some of my short films on this channel, and that would be really appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Happy ever after.